Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. Was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that the handcuffs custom made the fight. I was a big gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made broke the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made broke the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was the fight, not knowing that this is how we live. It's just how they decide. Cause you're in the streets, you get more in it. It ain't gonna tell you what we on papers and no restrictions. My father said a hard head will make a soft ass. I didn't care what it feel when I walk past. In the place where the black man's blood is cheap. I think the Lord put it down was on Lake Street. Missing in the cup, back and forth to court, out in DC school. I swear it felt like I crawled on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep there, hear my voice. Asking why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said that God ain't 50-50, it was gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world, that's alright. All it was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made broke the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made broke the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. It should be paid until it hit the fan. I walked out with a grown nigga, fuck the grip. All I wanted was to be a gangster. But I was rolling as a righteous man. And now I got a upper hand. Yeah, I promote this brand. You rip all multitudes until they all understand. If I can get that crowd, Lord, we gonna be in the hands. So I walk up my back, he is big man. You connected on the page, I was sick. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. Every time I was locked up in the jail, but man on the ship. Every crack was felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grind. Now I try to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lying by the struck. You're not your most high man, kid, cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Don't need a second cash, now I know that wouldn't pay. You gotta hold yourself by the dollar. Go ahead, just go down. All I ever wanted was to be I wasn't there. And she'll hear troubles about me saying that. Trying to find something to follow. Man, loyalty, different man trying to borrow. Still fame, a lot of time that can play so can't. I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, not to lose soul. Cops got me on the side of the road, like a sideshow. You had it, no watch slow. Now I'm staying fly, and it's bad news, but it's impossible. Rebels with no goal, trying to find direction. The world got the direction. Pick up a bad nigga, and it's a red third on the pressure. Feel like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now I'm look, 10 G's on the cigarette. Since I was falling like a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Just to my nail, I didn't still. Listen well, tell what I tell. No running can cause pain. Something that'll never knows very well. Can't you tell I was sick from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword. With a style that they makes you record. The only thing equal is the curse for the wicked and the righteous reward. Have mercy on the reader, don't see. Separated from the tail, not on my prayers. It was so deep. A rebel, take the world out for the mouth. You can change, be the rebel that you heard about. Yeah. And it ain't more shot than 100 burgers in the house. And I'm waiting for the stop. Yeah, right, heard it all. Without a shadow of a doubt. These devils need a links off. Fuck the leg on my 10 o'clock. And all can't see it all. You cannot stop. So you know the fans watch. Cause I said a G when they trust for the west knockers. When it's a prison, they stop blocks. You can't put the rebels in a rock box. They leave for life here. And now I understand things that never truly made sense. If I'm trying to get all criminal, no one is tough love. But my own shots, man, but trees who please got the place on their head for the tough love. Look out for niggas just love. And when it's such a white bitch, but don't taste like love. Fuck me, give me for my husband. Hope I have a black side. You're taking first of it. I'm on my flaws. There's no reason I'm alive. Thank God for this truth. For a long time, I'm rebel without a soul. Look, man, one time I'm like, come and change your mind, man. I'm rebel without a soul. My little daughter would be dropping the truth on me and all that. Rebel without a soul. You know, you do your time, you take them out and change them and come back. Rebel without a soul. There's no reason I'm alive. Thank God for this truth. For a long time, rebel without a soul. We're already here. We're already beating down. We've been beating down the royal wheels. We already got the wings inside and outside our bodies. How are you going to hurt us? You cannot threaten us. You cannot frighten us. We've been in the most frightening places, under the most frightening conditions. We are immune to fear. We are immune to harm. You see what I'm saying? You have stepped into a cesspool. You're the only one going to get infected. First breath I took in life, too surreal. Second breath I took was the creeping and strike. Finish the deal. Influenced by money with every sickness. Real, I got the real. Remain calm and the pressure real. Now they get no feel. I let this pump. Select my focus and memory and every deal. I only live through my master's real.
The package is like $18. They last like 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah.
Should be in the back package.
Should be on the floor. One step on that crime shake. All people sick in their head, Lord, let this truth spread like an outbreak. Bring your head like the practice can't escape. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Hope on payday for the scars in the slave people.
All right, Swab. All right.
You're still connected to my phone.
Huh?
Your AirPods.
Oh, listen. Just turn your Bluetooth. I'm trying to get out the replay, but don't sound crash. All right, clap it up. Don't sound crash. Oh, let me see if I can get a little right back. What's going on with this? Oh, all right, my bro. Could you just see me just plug in the speaker real quick? Okay. It's a lot. It's all good. Yeah, I'm working on getting a better mic, but until now, let's just, I'm saying, amplify the sound a little bit. What's on the press? Y'all hear me? Yep. Let me see. Yeah. There we go. We good. What's on the press? Yeah, I just feel like I just want a little mic action, you know what I'm saying?
You need your laptop plugged up too or no?
Oh, no, I'm good right now. I got some juice on this.
Both of them?
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Both of them good?
No, this one you want to, yeah, definitely plug in this one. Yep. But this one be done. You know what I'm saying? So lock it. Clap it up again if I may. What's going on? Swab?
Yes, sir.
Most High in Christ. Back at it. You know what I mean? Isupk, Durham, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? It's the Monday night history class. Preach on the 50,000 more holding it down. As per usual, we are the Isupk, set out of 1 West 125th Street, home in New York, under Commander General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? Teaching the truth according to the Bible. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, all the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. That's right. And our oppressor in this land and all over the earth is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. Okay? Let's make that very, very clear. You understand? Oh, quick announcement before we get into today's topic. Let me just say this. Commander General Yohana has done what any real leader would actually do. That's right. And has mandated, he has given out the order, you understand, that all camps, all Israelite groups, camps, whatever you want to call it, are to be present at the 51st annual Passover in White Plains, New York. Now, for all of the unbrotherliness that have claimed about this brother, for all of the slander against the UPK, for all of the negative things that have been said, you know what I'm saying, despite the fact that this man continually, you know, like when he went on the news after the, you know what I'm saying, them fake Israelites went in and started shooting up people, and he went on the news and reached out to news outlets and represented the entire nation. You know what I'm saying? People know that when Commander General Yohana gets on the screen, that he represents Israelites. They already know that. The Isupk is the home of the truth. And he went up there, you understand, and he defended people, the same people who slander him. The same people who say the Isupk isn't the home of the truth. And call us names and say we Power Rangers and all this stuff. You understand? Well, yet again, he's been the Spirit of the Most High, you know what I'm saying, through that Spirit, he has done something that y'all claim that he wouldn't do. He said you can come to the Passover. It doesn't matter if you like to wear purple. It doesn't matter if you like putting fringes on your goddamn undershirt and your socks. You understand? It doesn't matter if, you know what I mean, if you're one of them Israelite figures or groups that say that heathens can be in your group, leave them wherever the heck they came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't bring non-Israelites, and you know what that means. If you're not Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you are not invited. Let's keep that clear, right? But other than that, you know what I mean? You a fake Israelite, you know what I'm saying? You old, whatever the heck it is you do, Commander Juliana said be at the Passover. You know what I'm saying? So can we please give that brother a round of applause? Give him a hand. For once again demonstrating that he is the leader of this nation and no one else. You understand? Just want to make that clear. Now, if I can, we're going to get into any questions before I get started. Any questions, any comments, anything y'all seen in the news or you want to bring up? No sweat. Okay, well, we are in the month of February, right? We are in the month of February. I mean, we could go on a few things. I mean, you got Black History Month right now, which is a disgusting insult to Black people, right? That's going on right now. But at the end of this week, your favorite restaurant, your favorite, where you all like to go? Where you going? Some of y'all going to Ruby Tuesdays. Y'all going to what? Some of y'all going to that Red Robin. Some of y'all going, you know what I'm saying, the Olive Garden. Y'all trying to be fancy. Ooh, get the pasta and everything. Y'all trying to be romantic up in here, please.
You said Red Lobster already?
No, I didn't say Red Lobster. You know that you would be in the doghouse if you don't get some of the biscuits. You understand? Y'all going to your favorite restaurant at the end of the week to celebrate what? To do what? To show your honey how much you care about her and love her dearly.
Right.
I love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take it to one of the restaurants, and you're gonna make the restaurant owner, manager rich. And they're saying the server's gonna be getting all kind of tips because you know you don't want to look cheap. So you're gonna be giving them all money. You understand? In the name of what holiday? What they call a holiday. Please. Valentine's Day. That's it. This is the day where you show you can literally give your woman the greatest sex for 364 days a year. You can buy her flowers 364 days out of the year. You can take her places. You can send her the morning texts, morning beautiful, all of that stuff. You can do all that. If you don't say something, this goes to Friday. If you don't say something to her this Friday, she's going to go on the internet and say, oh man, like, I thought he cared about me, but I see that I'm not even his number one priority. She's gonna talk crazy about you if you don't do something for that Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that works. So today we're gonna get into a little bit of history on it and see why you're gonna be in the doghouse come Saturday. God forbid, some of y'all brothers in the world, man. Y'all know y'all dealing with multiple women. Y'all know it's true. Don't tell me I'm lying. Some of y'all dealing with multiple women in the world. Someone's gonna be sad this week. They're gonna find out that they're not number one. You know what I'm saying? Because on that day, you're gonna have to deal with whoever's number one all day long. If you even step away for a minute, she's gonna start to think things. She's gonna start to get an inkling that oh man, something is not right. So you're gonna have a hard time. Good luck with that. You know what I mean? But we'll get into the history of it, break down where it really comes from and how disgusting it is, because it actually is a disgusting homosexual, you know what I'm saying? Salaki. Oh snap. Sadak, I didn't even see that. Sadak said, by the way, shalom. How about you thought? My brother Sadak said, Joel, when I asked earlier, I said in the comments, Joel Osteen ripped up the Bible saying it don't teach his ideas. Did anybody see this? Oh, brother, I got to see that. You got to send me a link or something. Brother, I mean, not that I'd be shocked. Not that I think it ain't true. I'm sure it is. Right. But, man, I want to see it so I can bring it out in class and show it. Because the Isupk been saying that your Christian pastor hates God and hates the Bible since 1969. And what do we get called for it? We get called Power Rangers. We get called crazy niggas on the corner. But now it seems to be that your Christian pastors are coming out and just proving everything we've been saying, that Command and Junior have been saying, that the school been saying, that Christ been saying. You understand? So please, brother, if you can, send me a link or something to that. I want to see that. That's insane. But that goes right with this topic. You know what I'm saying? Ripping up the Bible because your Christian pastor does not care what the Bible says. Your Christian pastor has no use for it whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Because if your Christian pastor wasn't in the Bible, then he wouldn't be able to teach things like homosexuality. He wouldn't be able to teach things like Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving. You understand? So he has to, he may have ripped up the Bible physically, but he might as well have ripped it up years ago. He wasn't using it. You know what I'm saying? Your Christian pastor wasn't using the Bible, it might as well rip it up. You understand? So now we don't actually get into the Bible, if I may. So y'all saw, of course, I'm gonna send you some articles. I got a few to send you, but first things first, we're gonna start with that scripture. You know what I want. Romans 15:4. We're gonna start there, of course. You understand? Because our people are suffering from a heavy delusion. We're seriously stricken in our minds, man. And we don't even pay attention to the things going on around us, man. We think we woke. You see that on the internet, right? You see that all over. Everybody talking about they woke. Everybody think they a scholar. Everybody think they're a historian. Well, if you're such a historian, then goddamn, why are you still celebrating? Why are you getting mad at your man because he didn't buy you some funky chocolates? Some funky, disgusting chocolates. Some of them be nasty as I don't know what. They got all kind of mint nastiness inside. Like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? It don't even taste good. Salakia. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna get into it, but then you gotta give the same gifts you give to your woman, you gotta give to your mama. Ooh, it's disgusting. Go ahead and read that, brother.
The book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
What does aforetime mean? It's an old, it's not a word we use now in the English language. What does aforetime mean? Please. In the past. You know what I'm saying? Aforetime, like before. You know what I'm saying? Whatever was written aforetime was written back in the day, in the past. Read on.
For our learning.
It was written for our what?
Learning.
For us to ignore it.
Learning.
No, for us to just move on.
Our learning.
It was written for our learning, goddammit. It was written for us to read it and understand it, so that way we can learn something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know your past. You know what I'm saying? You can't go forward without knowing where you came from. You gotta know where you started. You gotta know where you came from. Well, guess what? There's some truth to that. You gotta be able to go back in these records and understand where these things come from. That's why it's Salaki, but our people don't know a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters in the truth can attest to that. Before I came in here, I didn't know a goddamn thing about anything. Right. Meanwhile, I thought I knew everything about everything. And just looking around like, I wonder why my life is not growing. What? I don't understand. I mean, I did the right thing, you know. So I went, Salaki. So like most brothers and sisters, man, finally I had to come in here to realize, you know what? I don't know anything. I know nothing. It took some quote unquote crazy black men with Bibles in their hands to show me, oh, you was doing this and doing that. Well, do you know that comes from this and that comes from this? And what you're doing is this. I didn't even know what I was doing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now I know. So let me see, the brother said, let me see something. If this is actually in my inbox, brother, this might be a classic. Hold up, wait a minute. I don't know. I gotta investigate out. Some look funny. This look like some Photoshop. Almost got me. I'm gonna investigate further before I, you know what I'm saying, before I make a stand. I'll wait for the UPK stance. Because that looks wild. You know what I'm saying? With the water, bro. I wouldn't be shocked. I'm telling you. It got a lot of shares. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta look into that. Read that from the top, Brother Salaki.
The book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures.
Through patience and comfort of the scriptures, man. Through patience and comfort. You gotta have patience when it comes to this.
Right.
You understand? You gotta know, what's this other scripture say? If you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right.
You gotta be able to withstand something. That's why the other scripture says what? He that endureth till the end. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen when you want it. But guess what? That's what these scriptures are for. Salakia, dum-dum. That's what they're for. I was a dummy too. I didn't know, but I know now. That the very thing that all my life, you know what I'm saying, I was rejecting. And now they think they wrote now because they reject the Bible. They say, oh, that Bible, this Bible, you say slaves, man. They use that book to enslave us. Really? It's the white man's book. Man, if this is a white man's book, he really hates himself.
Right.
if this is a white man's book, then he really does not like himself. I mean, because I'll be damned if I'm going to write a book about Dadawan, where at the end, Dadawan dies the worst death. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, Dadawan, I'm not a fan of flying. But I'm going to write a book where at the end of it, I die in the worst plane crash ever. What you got?
You give away the greatest blessing ever.
Right. The story is, so if I write a book about myself, I give away, I get it, there's a blessing supposed to come to me, I give it away. I write myself as like the devil that like destroys the world in the beginning and deceives everyone. I write myself as a character that God literally says he hates. Then at the end, God says that I'm the devil and that I'm a serpent and a snake. And at the end of it, I die horribly. You know what I mean? That would be insane for me to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So whoever's saying that is crazy. And this scripture proves it. Because we're supposed to get, the people who read this are supposed to get comfort from it. So it can't be his book. Because if you are you know what I'm saying, if you're America, if you're an oppressor, brother, what the hell comfort are you going to get from the Bible?
Right.
The Bible says, he that entered into captivity shall do what? Shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Right. So all of them oppressors wouldn't be looking at this, damn, this is beautiful. We really don't do well. Right. They're gonna be looking at it like, oh damn. So we got something coming to us in the end, huh? You know what I mean? So who is this talking about? Who is this patience and comfort for? Who is?
Israelites.
It's for the Israelites, man. The 12 tribes of Israel, man. That's who it's for. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Issachar, you know what I'm saying? Reuben, Simeon, Asher, Zebulun. You know what I mean? That's who it's for. Read on.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
It's for people who need hope. It's for people who don't know where the hell they're going. Right. Which way is up, down, left, right, sideways, and they need somebody to tell them. Well, guess what? The Isupk came to come in and show you how. We're going to hit you with the information, man.
That's right.
We're going to tell you what's up. So you can come into these classes, man, become a priest and prophet. Become a princess. You understand? Become a child of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Be what you're called to be. Right. So we're going to get into it. Brother, Salakia. Let me send you this first article real fast. Well, first things first. I'm going to ask you. Oh, damn. What the hell? What is these sounds? Salakia. Damn. You're looking crazy. Brother, if you can, barbecue shop. Oh, no. I got it right here. I got to send it to my Salakia. What I want to start from? That's right. All right, so I'm going to see this first article out. Like I said, I got like 3 of them. Let's start with this one. Yeah, let's start here. This is a good one to start with. Right? So we're going to get into the history of this, tradition called Valentine's Day. Where you at, young? Right there. Let me know when you got it, bro.
Carnival. Got it.
But before we get there, I think I want to talk a little bit about that damn heart. Yeah. No, I'll save that for after. Go ahead and start with the heart.
10 bizarre facts about Lupercalia, the original Saint Valentine's
The original
Day.
what?
Saint Valentine's Day.
Okay, so we're about to read about a festival called Lupercalia. Can somebody guess where that comes from? Please.
Rome.
Of course. How'd you know? Because every goddamn disgusting thing that we ever study in this class about some old holiday or some tradition that got nothing to do with the Bible, it always goes back, you know what I'm saying, to Rome, as always. You know what I'm saying? That's the origin of it. So now, Salakia, I'm going to read, I got another article, so you stay on that one, and I'm going to get this one right here. Where is it? Salakia. This is what I wanted first. So before you hold that, right? But before you get there, I want to get into a little bit of origin on this. Yadazar, do me a favor, real quick. Draw on that board. I want you to draw a heart. Right in that little space.
Right here.
Yup. Just erase that little line and draw a heart. Now, y'all at home, I'm not turning the camera around right now because I know that y'all already know what the heart symbol looks like. Just look on your phone. You know what I'm saying? It's easily found.
Excuse my.
No sweat, brother. I mean, y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. Now that's a heart, correct? Now let me ask y'all a question. Has anyone ever seen an actual human heart? Sis? Most High in Christ. What part of the heart is that? Please. Most High, give him a hand, man. The part that is not there. The first thing you notice about the heart is how much it doesn't look like one. Like it damn near look like anything but a heart. Like, you understand? But yet, if you tell a 5-year-old, we'll draw a heart, that's what they'll draw.
Right.
So again, it's important for us to understand these things because this is not some spooky, you know what I mean? When we talk about being brainwashed, it's not some magical aliens shooting messages into your mind. No, it's very simple. It's a very simple process that you can see daily. Like, just ask yourself why, when somebody says draw a heart, everybody knows to draw that. All right? So we're gonna get into a little bit of the origin of that. You know what I'm saying? I got a little something right here that talks about it. It says, a professor of psychology who studied the symbolism, origin, and history of Valentine's Day said the traditional double O heart symbol on candy and cards is inspired by the shape of female buttocks.
So, you don't want to
No sweat.
Oh, you should have known that. Oh, man, that's funny.
A professor of psychology who studied the symbolism, origin, and history of Valentine's Day said the traditional double O heart symbol on candy and cards is inspired by the shape of female buttocks as they appear from behind, according to Discovery News. The essential literary and speculative evidence from mythology and secondary sources leads to the theory. Professor Galdino Pranzarone of Roanoke College in Salem, Virginia, told Discovery News. The fact that the symbol doesn't resemble the human heart organ is one fairly glaring piece of evidence, he said. The twin lobes of the stylized version correspond roughly to the paired auricles and ventricles of the anatomical heart. Pranzarone told Discovery News, adding that the organ is never bright red in color, and the shape does not have the invagination at the top nor the sharp point at the base. So what is that a complicated way of saying? Anybody, please.
This symbol that we look at as a heart has nothing to do with the actual organ.
That's exactly what it's saying. Like, there's nothing about this symbol. Like, how? Because don't get it twisted. It's not like no one had seen a human heart before the 1900s. You know what I'm saying? In fact, if you go into history, you'll find, right, in ancient Rome and Greece, that sometimes, and this is one of the origins, they would actually pull the heart. Go ahead. They would actually kill someone and take their heart out of their chest. They would kill them, and they would cut them and take their heart right out. And what happened was, because if y'all, I don't know if y'all know this, but in ancient Rome and Greece, homosexuality was normal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In certain regards, right? It was normal in the practice of you were taught to look at your fellow soldiers with almost erotic love, right? You ever notice that, right? Just think about it, right? Because we know that athleticism and arenas and gymnasiums, we know that they come from Greece. We know that they come from Rome and such, right? You ever wonder why high school basketball teams still have like group showers? Think about that. Think about why is that like that? Why do they shower together? Have you ever noticed how homoerotic a lot of those teams are? Yo, yeah, of course. You score a basket, the first thing they want to do is smack you on the behind, right? And it seems real normal in that world. I'm gonna tell you right now, when I was coming up, brother, the basketball team in my high school, when I was a sophomore, when I was a freshman and sophomore, they were the gayest people ever. Like, and when I say it, it was like they thought it was funny. Don't tell me that I'm saying something y'all never heard before. Like, they would say like gay stuff and thought it was hilarious. They would do just weird stuff. Just pull their shorts down and just run around, and everybody was laughing, ha 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 ha, thought it was so funny. A lot of those sports teams, you know what I'm saying, that culture which comes from Rome and Greece is homoerotic. Why? Because that comrade, you understand? And that relationship between soldiers, brothers in arms, has had that since those days. So back then, what they would do is you would have a fellow soldier who was damn near like a lover to you, right? And they did it like that because they wanted you, they figured if you looked at him like a lover, then you would be more prone to protect him. You understand? The same way you do with your wife, right? You look at your wife because you and your wife are in bed every night together. You understand? And so when somebody threatens her, somebody's like, oh, no, you'll die for her. Well, guess what? That's how the Roman soldiers looked at each other. Go ahead, please.
I saw a commercial Friday, and they talked about in Greece there was 5 types of love.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one kind of love that was called agape love. You can look it up.
Mm-hmm.
That was a love between a man
Mm-hmm.
and a little boy. And that was like that was like a special kind of
Well,
love.
that's called the you're right, but the technical term for it is pederasty. P-E-D-E-R-A-S-T-Y. Pederasty. It's matter of fact, you can look it up real fast.
You know, they try to make it seem like it was a good thing.
Right. Pederasty is a sexual relationship between an adult man and a pubescent or adolescent boy. The term pederasty is primarily used to refer to historical practices of certain cultures, particularly ancient Greece and ancient Rome. Right? That's what they did. That's how they got down. So now you can only imagine that when they, because guess what? These little boys that they dealt with, one day they got older. They went to the military. You understand? And so that kind of love, that love between men that had that sexual element was still there. And so one story goes that, what's his name? Lucius Vorenus, I believe. Lucius Vorenus, something to that effect. And another cat named Titus Poyo. They were in the military together. They were centurions. They were centurions in the Roman military. And they had a rivalry, but then that rivalry kind of changed when one saved the other's life. And at some point during that relationship between the two and saving the other one's life, the story goes, I think it was the Lucius Vorenus one. He's the first one who cut the heart out of an enemy and gave it to Titus as an expression of that soldierly love, right? And that's where we get the whole tradition of giving hearts to each other. Nambla, Most High in Christ, that's the fact. If y'all don't know, I mean, look it up. You know what I mean? You're going to read it and be disgusted. Sadat mentioned it. You know what I mean? That's very real. That's a real organization, NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association. This is still going on today. Because America is Rome. It is Greece. It is Babylon. It is Egypt. You understand? It is Sodom and Gomorrah, man. It's the same thing. But now, you really want to know, your Valentine's Day, when you give hearts to your woman, you are really following the tradition of homosexual love and homoeroticism. This is what it comes from. It comes from pederasty. It comes from two soldiers looking at each other like lovers. You understand? And now this tradition has been carried. Now going back to what it is, that goddamn symbol right there obviously ain't no goddamn heart. How can you prove that that's something? How can, first off, please, first off, this idea that the heart is like some representation of love or something like that. Can somebody give me a precept on that in the Bible that shows that the heart is the thing that when you love, it represents love, please? You can?
It says the heart is exceedingly wicked.
Right. But what is that? What is the heart in the Bible? What is the heart? And according to the ancient Romans and Greeks, the heart represents love. What does the Bible say it represents, please?
It represents your mind.
Can you prove it?
Well, I can't recall the scripture, but I can say that the heart is just a muscle that pumps blood.
Yeah, that's the most obvious way to put it.
It doesn't think. And we're not even sure it feels emotion.
Right. That is very true. Again, that is the most obvious way to put it. The heart is just it's an organ that pumps blood throughout your body.
Right.
That's what it does. Because what the heart is for, it's not for anything else. But I would like a scripture, I would like a precept that proves that shows that. Just give me one. I mean, there's a bunch. But just give me one precept that shows that the heart is talking about something, does not represent your feelings. I'll give y'all just a second. I'm gonna look over my notes too, because I got one. I got a few, but there's one that I like a lot.
So you want a preset that say what again?
That shows that the heart is not talking about that. The heart is not about feelings. You know what I'm saying? That really, the word heart is used to represent your mind. That's what I want. You got anything?
We got Jeremiah 17:9.
Read it.
It says, the heart, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
That's precept is more about. Is there more on it? Read more.
Yes,
Read
verse
more.
10. The Lord searched the heart. I try the reins. I, the Lord, Salakia, I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doing.
That's close, but that still doesn't. A Christian can still look at that and be like, yeah, he searches your feelings. You know what I'm saying? He searches what you're feeling inside. That's why it says that. So I need a precept where it's completely like you can't even. There's no other way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for the one that I have. I'm gonna have to just I'll probably have it on my computer. If not, then I'll just get to it later in the class. I will definitely find it. But no, I see why you would go there, but nah, I need a scripture that straight up tells you that what you got.
Okay, what about the 20th Psalm, verse 4?
What's it say?
Grant thee according to thine own heart and fulfill all thy counsel.
Here's the one I like. This is the one I like. So put this down for your precepts. Give me Genesis chapter 17 and verse 17.
Genesis 17 and 17.
Go ahead and read that. The ancient Romans thought that this Salaki, this booty symbol here, represented your feelings and who you loved. Let's see what the heart really is.
The book of Genesis, chapter 17.
And when I say really is what it represents, we know that the heart itself just pumps blood, right? But we're talking about the metaphor of the heart. You know what I'm saying? What it really represents. Read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 17. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed and said in his heart.
He did what?
Said in his heart.
No. I mean, he felt in his heart.
He said in his heart.
He said in his heart. Read on.
Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old?
Read on.
And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear?
What is happening in this scripture? Please.
Well, Abraham was informed that even in his old age that he would bear a son, he would produce a seed. And his wife Sarah, and Abraham is astounded by it, and he begins to ask God's questions because it don't make sense.
But what is he actually doing in this scripture? Don't think too much.
He fell down and laughed. He laughed.
He did laugh. But in addition to laughing, what did he do?
He fell upon his face.
In addition to that, what did he do? Again, you're thinking too much. I'm also giving you the answer.
Oh, he said to his heart.
How did he do that?
Thought.
So he was
Thinking.
thinking. That's literally what Abraham is doing in the scripture. He's like, wait a minute. How the hell, I'm 100 years old. She might be, and he's laughing to himself, like, wait a minute. Like, no, there's no way that he's thinking to himself. Can somebody please tell me whether the heart does any thinking? No, the heart just pumps blood. But what does do thinking? Please. The brain, the mind. So when the Bible says he saith in his heart, in his heart, it's not even talking about your heart. It's talking about your mind. It's talking about your thought process. So the scripture you read before, read it again real fast.
Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed and said in his heart.
He said, and your heart cannot talk. Your heart doesn't goddamn talk. But I can literally, I can not talk with my mouth, and in my mind, I can be saying a bunch of stuff. Right? So your brain, your mind, in the metaphor of the scriptures, is your heart. Right? Now go back to the one you read before where it says, the heart is deceitful. Yeah, read that one again. Now we can get an understanding of that. Right? Now that we're dispelling these lies, they told you that the heart image was a heart, and it's not. It's a goddamn salakia, somebody's butt cheeks. That's what it is. It's a female anatomy, right? And they told you that the heart represents your heart and feelings, when no, it doesn't. It represents your mind. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. How the hell can a heart be deceitful when the heart pumps blood and keeps you alive? How? You know?
Who can know it?
Who can know it? This scripture is going against the same. It's funny, man. It comes right back around. The very thing that you know what I'm saying, that they got a woman wanting that Valentine's Day card and the Valentine's Day gifts and the flowers and the chocolate nastiness, right? She's doing that based on her heart. In her heart, it makes sense. But her heart in this context is talking about her thoughts in her mind. You know what I'm saying? She's concluded in her mind that this is what you should do. But this is not talking about a heart in that way, man. So now I need you to give me the one, man, the traditions of Maine. Give me traditions, customs, sorry. And customs of Maine.
Oh, Jeremiah 10.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, verse 2, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
The Bible says, learn not the way of the heathen. Well, guess what? Unfortunately, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, we've already been taught. Somebody already put the custom of the heathens in your mind, man. It's already happened. That's why you grow up and certain things just seem normal to you. You tell a black woman, oh, we're not celebrating Valentine's Day this year. Uh-huh. She sounds like Scooby-Doo. Uh-huh. What? What? How dare you? Go ahead and tell your mama you're not coming to Thanksgiving dinner. She's going to act like you just committed an axe murder. That you are an actual demon child. She knows you smoke weed. She knows that you deal with all kinds of men running in and out of your house. She knows you deal with a bunch of women and all kinds of wickedness. But you're not coming to Thanksgiving. No. That's just taking it too far. You're not going to eat my dry ass turkey? I mean, damn. You understand? That's how it is, man. When you grow up in the world, read it from the top.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
That's how when you grow up in the world, you learn the ways of the heathen. The ways of the heathen are the ways of the world. Why? Because you grew up in America. Right. All you know is America. That's all you know. You know nothing else but America and America's ways. Let me tell you something. Haven't you learned by now? The ISUPK has been telling you since 1969 that the ways of America are the ways of Rome, right, and the ways of Greece, and the ways of Babylon, and the ways of Egypt, and the ways of Assyria, and the ways of Sumeria, and the ways of Olympus, right, and the ways of Sodom and Gomorrah. Right. We've been telling you that since 1969. Go ahead, please.
Several commentators on the news this weekend, they were saying that the way Trump has done this is the same way that the Romans went from a republic into a dictatorship.
Right. Well, America, I don't care what the hell you call it, a democracy, a republic democracy, a dictatorship democracy, it's all garbage. You understand? It's all oppression.
That's right.
To a black man, we think a black man in the ghettos of America gives a good goddamn whether or not the president is a Democrat or a Republican or from the Green Party or is independent or do you think he gives a damn about that? He's starving today. Right now. He's on child support today. You understand? Black women are going through it, man. One of these sisters are going through it every day in these ghettos, man. They're finding it hard to feed their babies, man. Little black children are getting abducted today and mistreated today. Black women are getting killed in the streets today. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, all of that is true, man. But again, bro, you bringing that out, man, it's too wild because Rome itself changed its face a bunch of times. A republic, please, man. Who gives a damn? Just a funny word, a way of saying oppressing black people. You know what I'm saying? So read what you got to bro.
Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Right.
The heathen are dismayed at them.
Oh, and don't skip over that part, right? Not you, but it's wild. I'm saying when we read the scriptures, sometimes when we read that signs of heaven part is heavy. Because if you look back on these Roman gods, how about I name some of them for you? Saturn, Pluto, right, Jupiter. Right. You understand? The signs of heaven. Why are all of these Roman gods named after planets? And by the way, these planets and things like that got their names all time ago. Right. You understand? And they worship the stars. They worship the stars. Why do you think every month is named after one of these gods? Roman and Greek gods, right? Where do Greek gods live? Somebody, we're going to go listen to Roman mythology, please.
Olympus on heaven.
Right. They live on Mount Olympus in the heavens. Right? That's where Greek gods reside. Right. And the names of these Greek gods, we know, Salakia, just went on down to the Roman gods. They're the same. They just have different names. Like, I think Zeus in Greek is who? Apollo. Jupiter is Roman, but in the Greek he's
Poseidon is the water god.
Yeah, Poseidon's water. Right. So he might be Neptune, another one. There's a bunch, man, and it all coincides. But that's why your calendar, right, Like the Bible literally tells us that the only purpose of the stars and everything is just so we know the times and the seasons. The sun and all that, that's what we use it for. We don't use it for anything else. We don't worship the goddamn sun. The sun is not some divine creature. It's just a big ball of gas that provides light to Earth. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of hydrogen exploding all over the place, and we look at it and say, oh, the sun's out. All right. That's Israelites. Right. You know what I'm saying? Heathens say, the sun, it's at its highest point in the sky. That must mean we have good fortune coming to us. That's how they think. Israelites like, y'all think it's crazy. You know what I mean? We just see it like for what it is. We need some sun. I mean, we don't want to be dark all the time. We got to be able to go where we going. I'm saying we got to know when the winter's coming. You know what I'm saying? We got to know the seasons and all that. We use it practically. You know what I mean? But they are dismayed at the signs of heaven. They see the moon. God, forget about a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse. A heathen loses his mind. And some of you fake Israelites do too, because you learn from them. Let's go learning the way of the heathen. You know what I'm saying? When you were so-called, when you were goddamn Pan-Africanist, some black something, or some fake Israelite, and the moon get dark, and you say, this is a sign. The blood moon, this means our oppression is coming, brother. Good night. It's just some weird stuff happening up there. It don't mean anything. You know what I mean? That's what it is. But they are dismayed at the signs of heaven. They get it from the Romans and the Greeks. Right. The Romans and the Greeks, they looked up in the sky and they would say, oh, the gods are not pleased with us. God, we have angered the gods. That's what they say. We don't.
Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain.
Right, but that damn booty symbol over there, Salakia. Right. It's vain. It's disgusting and useless. Read on.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
Right.
The work of the hands of the workmen.
What verse is that?
Verse 3.
That's verse 3?
Yeah.
That's no sweat. You can drop that. Yeah, we know that's talking about the Christmas tree. We know what that is, right? No sweat. Give me one more scripture before I get back to this history. Give me Salakia. It goes right along with what we just read. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. I'm telling you, man. Black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people, man, we love. And you know what? And it just shows, and this shows that these scriptures are true, man. It shows that we the chosen people. I love it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not glad that we go against them, but it just comforts me to see these things happening and realize, like, you are proving everything in this Bible to be true. Right. And you are proving the Isupk. And just keep, no, I want you to stop doing it, but I also would, it's so perfect. Do white people, Salakia, do Europeans keep European customs? Do Indians keep Indian customs? Give me some more. Do Chinese keep Chinese customs? Absolutely, right? Tell me I'm lying, man. I got a friend, man. I read those, right? Well, again, I always bring him up, a friend of mine in the world, right? Back in the day, I had a friend who was a heathen, right? And I know that he's getting married soon. He's getting married soon. And I saw basically like videos of, like, you know what I'm saying? Almost like a promotion of it, like showing, you know what I'm saying, we get married or not. Brother, it is Edomite wedding. This is somebody who has spent their whole life in the United States, born and raised in New York. But that is an Edomite wedding, straight up. They keep their goddamn customs. Right. Don't let nobody fool you, man. Even if they're Americanized and they grew up over here, no. Guess what? They may have that, and that they take that with them. They might wear a suit and they do some American. That's true, you know. But other nations, they still have their customs. Please.
The Edomites, they still arrange their marriages.
They still, I brought that up before. They still do that in 2020. They still have arranged marriages. Edomites, Ammonites, Moabites, Amalekites. They keep obviously the Amalekites have. Let me say this though. Amalekites, which is the so-called Jewish man, right? Obviously, they stole our identity, but they didn't steal our customs. Because we don't, Salaki, I'm gonna be real with you real fast. We don't blow babies' rods, okay?
Right.
We don't do that.
Right.
So you just please, just you know what I mean, just keep that in mind based on our identity, but that is definitely their culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So please.
Their culture is more to the Talmud.
Exactly. Right. The Talmud, which is something that has nothing to do with us, and we didn't write, is some garbage that came around, like I want to say 800s, 900s, somewhere in a little bit before the Middle Ages. That's when that came about. You understand? That's their culture. They like my brother Sadat brought out, man. Nambla, they love messing with little kids. I don't know why, but for some reason they get turned on by that, and that's what they do. The Catholic priests do the same thing. You understand? Their religions are always an excuse for them to somehow have sexual encounters with children. I don't know why, but that's what they do. You understand? But my point is, all these other nations keep their traditions. They do. Somebody please tell me who's the only people that love to follow other people's traditions. Please.
Black, Hispanics, and Native
Blacks, Hispanics, and
Indians.
Native Indians, man. You know how many Christian Native Indians that, like, do you understand that? Do you know how many Native Indians identify as Christian? Now, you know the Hispanics. You can slap a Hispanic man upside the head. You can do anything. You can, you know what I'm saying? You can slap his mama, and yeah, he'll be offended, but nothing will offend him more than if you do something to his rosary beads. Touch his rosary beads if you want. They are very devout Catholics. Our brothers and sisters in Isupk rights. You know what I mean? Down there in Mexico, man. Our brothers and sisters in Zebulon, Ephraim down in Puerto Rico. Devout Christians, man. So they might be more devout. And me and Officer, you know what I'm saying, not so we point out the facts that Black people are significantly more religious in America than anybody else. You understand? We want to adopt somebody else's culture. Please read the scripture.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Right, I said I love it, man, because it proves, according to the Bible, man, the Isupk is the goddamn home of the truth, man.
That's right.
This is the home of the truth, man. I'm sorry, man, but let me tell you something. If you are in an Israelite group, you need to be at the Lord's Passover, man.
Right.
The 51st annual Passover, you need to be there, man. Let's hash it out. Let's hash it out, man. Let's stop this foolishness. It's high time, man. What is Zephaniah 2:1 say? Is it 2:1? Gather yourselves together. We're commanded to Yohana just damn said it. He rented out a goddamn arena. An arena for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to get together. And he told all the Israelites who said, oh, y'all talking about y'all home with the truth, and y'all are not going. Well, he just said, come on home, man. He said, hey, listen, we have our differences. Let's get together. Let's hash it out. Let's get back to the Passover again. Let's celebrate together, and then we can talk about it. After all these years, the split happened in the goddamn 90s, man. 20 years, man. Because we want to follow other people and hate our own. Just let me get to the Most High, man. But the Most High wanted to give us everything. I always think about the scripture with King David, man. When King David went up to Bathsheba, what did the Most High say? He said, man, I gave you so much and I would have given you more. Right. He said, I would have given you more wives, more riches, if you hadn't done this sin. Right? Well, here's the reason why we do it. Read that, brother.
The ox knoweth his owner.
The ox what?
Knoweth his owner.
The ox knoweth his owner. Read.
And the ass.
And the what?
The ass.
And the ass.
His master's crib.
Yeah, the ass. I'm not talking about that damn sinner over there. I'm talking about the animal. Right. That animal that you think of it, when you call somebody a jack, and my grandma used to call me that. When I did something stupid, like just blow beyond recognition, she would be like, damn, you being a jackass. Right. You know what I mean? Like that's not an animal that has a reputation for being the most cunning animal, the smartest animal. But it says the ox knoweth his owner. Read from there.
And the ass, his master's crib.
Even the ass knows his master's crib. You can put a goddamn ass from Timbuktu in goddamn Florida. He gonna swim across the ocean and get back to Timbuktu. He knows where he come from. Read.
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
But who?
Israel.
No, the Edomites.
Israel.
The Edomites.
Israel.
Ammonites. Moabites.
Israel.
But Israel, you know?
Does not know.
But Israel doesn't know his own.
My people does not consider.
The Most High said, my people does not consider. The Most High, what did he say about the other nations, man? He said they were nothing. They were unto spittle. He said that the weight of them is like a drop that falleth from a vessel. That's how much they matter to him. You got a vessel, a big bucket of water. Like, man, you got to, you know what I mean? You better take it back. You might be playing them man, play some or something, man. Y'all need something to refresh yourselves. And one little drop is go. You won't even do that. Salaki, brother. You won't even do that. You're not even gonna go like you're gonna go. And you're gonna keep it pushing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He said that's how much they weigh in the balance to him. They're nothing to him. That's why he said, but my people, the people I actually care about, they don't even know me. Like the ox knows his owner, the ass knows his master's crib, but my people that I love, that I gave an inheritance to, that I made the world for them. This is in the Bible. This is not me talking. Commander Juliana did not make this up. The Bible says that the world was made for our sakes. You understand? But we don't even know the Most High. Because we're too busy following after the other nations. We're too busy keeping their customs. We're too busy. Like, I'm glad you brought up that scripture before. When you brought up the one that says the heart is deceitful above all things, man. Because our sisters, man, our brothers too, man. I'm not gonna put all the blame on the sisters.
That's
man.
right.
Our brothers, you gotta be a goddamn man, man.
That's right.
Be a man. You sitting up here following after some woman. You know what I'm saying? Salaki, if I may, please, brothers. 9 times out of 10, you in the world, you're following after some goddamn whore.
Right.
She will have you take her out on Valentine's Day to the goddamn Olive Garden and whatever Ruby Tuesday or whatever expensive restaurant you want to spend your whole goddamn paycheck on the steaks and the fajitas and the food and the tip, and next week she's gonna be in there with Tyler. That's what she's gonna be. And you're gonna be calling her. It's gonna be ringing. You're like, well, goddamn, something must be. Maybe her phone must be broken. Yeah, something's wrong with her phone, man. Like, I don't understand. I'll call her back in a couple hours. You leaving messages. Meanwhile, she is giving up all the goods to the nigga who was not there on Valentine's Day. This nigga don't even got a car. He don't got a car. He barely got a place to live, and she's giving all of the good loving to him. And this is what you allow. Well, guess what, Salaki? If I may, you don't know no better. Come up in the Isupk under Commander Juliana, put on all black, sit in the goddamn chair, and learn how to be a goddamn man. Learn how to stop being, you know what I'm saying, effeminate and weak and emotional. And because a goddamn woman, you know what I'm saying, makes your little heart flutter, she give you chills. She gives you that vibe, right? Because she makes you feel good. Because your self-esteem is so goddamn low that any woman that even looks in your direction, you're ready to give her the whole goddamn universe. And now you go around with some holiday, you don't even know where the hell it comes from. You don't even know what it means. And you will go on that holiday, man, and spend all your money for her, man. Read that scripture one more time from the top.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. aware,
Right?
but Israel does not know.
But Israel does not know. Well, guess what? There's only one group of people who don't seem to know where they come from, who don't seem to know their origin. There's only one group of people who has a God that does not look like them.
Right.
I mean, you ask an Edomite who their God is, it's a goddamn Edomite with 8 arms doing these moves. That's who their God is. I've been to it at their house. You know what I'm saying? They got be some prophet or something on their wall with a turban and a beard that looks like them on a calendar. And that's who they worship. Or they worship some little Indian baby with a bunch of arms or something.
He got infected from poisons in the soil.
Right.
And they think he's God.
And you know the proof of that, they still do it today.
We just saw.
We just did. So just find some big head Indian, find some big head deformed Edomite child, you know what I'm saying, where they got a whole 8-ton head, eyes bulging out, and they'll be like, and people will, you see a video of a bunch of Edomites coming in and showering them with mad gold and rose petals, and they'll believe this little big head baby is a god. You know what I'm saying? You go to some Ammonite Moabite's house, man, and you'll see a fat Buddha on some dresser somewhere with a bunch of incense sticking out of it. And before they go to work, they're gonna, as they shimmy out the house, that's their God. It looks like a fat Elam. I mean, it's like a fat Ammonite or a fat Moabite. It looks like them. I mean, I don't gotta tell you to go to Esau's house. Now, don't ever go to Esau's house. I'm not telling you to do that. But if you ever happen to stumble upon the Edomite's crib, you will find what? You will find Caesar in full effect. He's all over the house. You know what I'm saying? Like all these other nations, their gods look like them. Please.
It's funny, like, when I was in New York, I had a lot of I worked with a lot of Moabites,
Mm-hmm.
and like they're my Facebook friends.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is they've been feeding these people all of this poison all these years.
Coronavirus? Oh, my bad.
No, I'm saying they've been feeding people this poison all of these years, and now they on Facebook asking people to pray for Wuhan.
Pray for Wuhan.
Yeah.
And you know what? Black people will do.
Yeah, I know.
Black people will do. I mean, I remember when France got bombed, it was more niggas on the goddamn internet saying, pray for France.
Yeah.
Pray for Paris. Please send your donations and prayers. Like, that's the whole point. We love to love everybody else and their culture, just like Adam and Eve.
Right.
Just like our forefathers. Our forefathers just cannot get enough. It's like morbid curiosity. We gotta see what's going on. Even Solomon went through that, man. I gotta see what's going on with these heathens. I gotta check it out. What's up with them? Just to find out what Solomon said at the end, man. It's all vain. This is what he said, to the making of many books, there is no end. You know what I'm saying? In conclusion, you know what I'm saying? He said, you know what I'm saying, keep the commandments and fear God. You know what I mean? But that's what we do. So the ox knows his owner and the ass is master's cook, but we don't know. So now we're gonna get back into the argument. You got the one on Looper Kalia. Right.
Get back to it real quick.
Mm-hmm. Disgusting.
Yeah, I'm there.
Go read it.
10 bizarre facts about Lupercalia, the original St. Valentine's Day.
The original what?
St. Valentine.
Okay, so everything we're reading about right now is things that come from the festival in ancient Rome from which Valentine's Day stems from. Go on, brother.
Long before we started giving cards to girls to let them know that we choose them.
Who's writing this? Go ahead.
The Romans were celebrating love in their own way.
Uh-huh.
Every February 15th, they held Lupercalia, the original Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
The holiday has gone through a few changes over the past few thousand years, but don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
If you're hoping to celebrate a truly traditional Valentine's Day this year,
So they're not even being discreet about it. They just telling you straight up, this is what it is. You know?
this verse has you covered.
That's the name of the website. You know.
Well, we'll let you know everything you need to know. 10. On the original Valentine's Day, the Romans kicked off their festivities by dragging 2 goats and a puppy.
And a what?
And a puppy.
Nice. Read on.
Into a cave and letting a group of cultish priests ritually slaughter them.
Mm-hmm.
The instructions were specific about the puppy part.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't be a mature dog. It had to be an adorable puppy.
It had to be a
Baby
little
puppy.
baby puppy. Goodness. This sounds real lovey. Read on.
Even the Romans didn't really understand why they had to kill a puppy. The best sources we have on the holiday were written centuries after it began. By then, Lupercalia was just an old tradition, and the Romans writing about it make it clear that they didn't understand any of it.
Mm-hmm. So what proof we have right here is that this is actually stemming from sources where Romans are writing about their own traditions. So they were fully aware of what those traditions were, where they came from. They just didn't know exactly. By this time, it had been kind of forgotten to them, to the point where they didn't understand everything about what they were doing, but they knew that these were the traditions. We know.
Plutarch was pretty sure that they stole the puppy killing thing from the Greeks.
Oh no, really the Greeks? I'm shocked. Read on.
Based on how Plutarch described them, the Greeks were puppy killing aficionados.
Mm-hmm.
Aficionados. He said that the Greeks killed puppies in rituals so often that they had a word for it: periskoulakismoi.
Mm-hmm.
Purification by puppy.
Nice. Read on.
This word has also been translated in some real academic papers that people with PhDs were paid to write as pupification.
Okay, reading.
But even that's just a theory. By the time Plutarch came around, nobody really knew why they were killing puppies.
Uh-huh.
They were just following tradition.
So that means they were what?
Following the ways of the heathen.
No, well, they were heathens, bro. It was old. What I'm saying is, the way that sends instruction, nobody really knew why they were killing puppies. They was following tradition. Means what? What were they doing? After they acknowledge that they don't know why they're doing it, what are they doing?
Tradition, the tradition of men.
Right. It's simpler than that, but I'm gonna give it to you. For time's sake, it's simple. They didn't know where it came from, but they were still doing it. They were still killing puppies. Still. Even long after Lupercalia wasn't even really like a thing consistently, they were still killing puppies. They just knew it was a tradition. Again, is that shocking to anybody? Just doing something because tradition mandates it? Is that not what we do in America today? I just gave you the goddamn origin of that salah people. I don't even know what to call it. Like the heart symbol that was actually a woman's bottom. You understand? And some people still are gonna get. That's so gross. Now that I think about it, like now you're gonna buy a heart-shaped, it's like a heart-shaped thing with mad chocolates in it. Or you just making a gesture or something. Like, ew. This is weird. But nobody cares to do the research and history on it. Read on, brother.
Nobody really knew why they were killing puppies. They were just following tradition. He had another theory, though. Pure spite. Is it that the dogs bark at the Luperci priest? Plutarch theorized and annoyed them?
Who knows? Read on.
After the puppies and the goats were killed, 2 young noble boys were brought into the cave to do something that creeped the hell out of the Christian who ended up banning this festival. The priests would
And the Christians didn't really ban it. They banned it as it was known to carry, but what they did was they kind of just, with other holidays, they just changed it around. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to lose too much of the Roman tradition because it was their tradition. So they would just kind of mold it, you know what I'm saying, to fit a new ideology. Read on.
The priests would touch their knives to the head of the boys, staining the boys' heads with blood. Then the priest would dip wool in the milk and rub it on the boys' heads. That was kind of strange, but what really made this unnerving was what came next. With milk and blood streaming down their heads, the boys were required to feign laughter.
To feign laughter. What does that mean?
To laugh.
Yeah, to just laugh hysterically. In a cave with blood and milk running down your goddamn face. Read on.
Again, the Romans had no idea why they were making creepy, blood-stained children laugh in a dark cave. The Romans believed that it was a purification ritual, but even that was just a theory. It was just a tradition that they've been following for as long as they could remember, and they weren't about to break it. After this, though, came the main event. The priests would make leather thongs. Leather thongs out of the goats.
Mm-hmm.
The boys would strip naked.
Oh.
And the real games would begin.
Good night. So where we are in the story, well, in this history, is that at this point, so now after puppies and goats have been slaughtered and blood is everywhere, blood has been put on some boys' heads and with some milk just dripping all over their faces. And the next part is, this is again a Roman custom. Now, they would take the same goat that they slaughtered, and because you know they use goat skin to make clothes, and they would take them skins and make thongs. Everybody knows what a thong is, right? All right, I don't gotta explain that one. No sweat. They would make some thongs out of the goat skin, and the boys would strip naked. Again, it says boys, not men. Not that that makes it any better, but I'm just saying, these are boys, children, naked. Read on.
At this time, many of the noble youth and of the magistrates run up and down through the city naked.
Run up and down what?
Naked.
They ran up and down through what?
The city naked.
They ran up and down through the city naked. Read on.
And Plutarch tells us, striking those they meet with shaggy thongs.
Mm-hmm. Please read on.
These naked men would be covered in oil first.
These naked men would be covered in oil first. This is your goddamn origin of Valentine's Day. This is where it comes from. Valentine's Day, let me say this real fast as well. Christianity is all about fake love. It's all about fake love, right? You think, Salaki, we think that Valentine's Day is the day to show love. What's real love according to the Bible? Please.
That we do the commandments. And what it means is that love is what you do. It's a job. It's a work in progress.
Exactly. Most I like to give that brother a hand, man. Because he said it's work. Love is work. Right? Some disgusting whore is going to tell, well, trust me, I mean, you know what I'm saying, Slakia, this is something I learned from the Isupk and the convention, Your Honor. As a priest and prophet, I'm confident in saying this. It will happen all across America. This Friday, some sister is going to tell some brother, if you love me, we will go to Olive Garden tonight. If you really love me, you would not we would be celebrating Valentine's Day together. If you really love me, you would show it by buying me whatever the hell stupidity, the perfume, or I don't know what else. What do they want other than chocolates and hearts on Valentine's Day in the restaurants and whatever things they want? And she gonna tell her brother, if you would please.
So you got to shout out on social media.
Right, yeah. So you gonna tell me you gonna go the whole goddamn Valentine's Day and not even say anything on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, nothing? Like, damn, like, okay, I see what's going on. Like, so, I mean, I guess I'm not a prize to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You must not care about me. Like, I guess you're not proud of me. Please. Are you ashamed of me? When you with your boys, you be putting pictures up, and you're ashamed of me. You know such and such, he put up pictures of him and his wife, he put up pictures. Like, man. No sweat. And that makes me like, no sweat. Click, click. Please.
Nah, it don't mean nothing. No,
right.
You try to do it. I
don't even want you to do it, man. No, don't take a picture of me. No, don't take a picture. Don't take a picture. No, because I have you. I see you have to tell me. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is, though. You know what I mean? That's how it is. But according to the Bible, real love is keeping the commandments, man. Real love is a sacrifice. Let me tell you something. If I love my kids, sometimes I'm going to be unhappy. Sometimes. Real love, and General Hyman said this, man. Real love is actually about being able to be unhappy sometimes. It's about knowing how to deal with being unhappy. Because guess what? Because if I wanted to be happy, guess what? I'm leaving my kids in the house by themselves every day. And I'm going to the club. If I want to be, I mean, let's be honest. If I want to be happy, I'm not watching the niggas. I'm not going to be happy doing that. No, I want to go drink, have a good time, blow out. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? My kids, I'm going to have to do what? Change dirty diapers and feed them. I don't even have kids yet. I got a dog. You know, I hate feeding them. I'll be giving them treats because I'm telling you, like, she get mad at me. I give them treats because I'm too lazy to feed them. Like, I actually put the food in them. I'm like, yo, man, just take a treat. Eat this. But if you got kids, you got to be unhappy sometimes because you have to sacrifice yourself for them. There's nothing, I don't care what anybody says. Brother, you know you got kids. Please tell me, is there anything happy about a baby crying at 3 a.m.? Nothing? You sure? Absolutely. Brother, nothing is happy about waking up at 3 a.m., about not even being able to sleep. Because you got to make sure that baby's okay at 3 a.m. when they cry. Why would your marriage be any different? I'm unhappy. Guess what? Marriage is not about happiness. It's not. It's just not. It's not. Marriage is a job. It's like being a parent is a job. Just like following Christ is a job. Do you think Christ was happy to get tortured to death? No, he wasn't happy about it. No, he didn't. He was like, crucified. No, he wasn't like that. He was like, God, my Father, Allah, why have thou forsaken me? Why is this happening to me? If this cup could pass from me, please. But no, he had too much love, real love for his people. Too much real love for his Father, man. And that's the difference. And that's what, please.
You know, that's why in America or in Western culture, like marriage doesn't survive because they don't really know what it is. They think that like this feeling that you have, like when you first meet the woman or the man, and you have this feeling and everything is feeling good. They think that's going to last forever.
Right, it's based on selfishness. Exactly. It's straight up selfishness. That's what we're reading about right now. It's straight up selfishness. Like, man, Oh, we can get into the what we know. Talking about the Romans, that comes from the romantic love and things like that. There's a lot that goes into it, right? But the fact of the matter is that it's based on that. That's not love. First off, when it comes from homosexuality, that ain't goddamn love. You know what I'm saying? We know that part. And then we also know we're gonna get into more into the lubricated thing, right? But it also deals with whoredom, illicit sex, and the feeling that comes with that, right? Which is fleeting. It's not really about love. It's about eroticism, right? I believe the Roman equivalent or the Greek equivalent of Cupid is named Eros, where we get the word erotic from. Eroticism, homoerotic. It means sex. That's what Cupid. Cupid is not a little baby that shoots people and they fall. No, Cupid comes from the god. I'm gonna see if I have the article. There's an article that describes it basically as Salakia, the god of holiness. That's what it's about. It's about sex. Cupid was represented. That feeling when you just gotta have that woman, or when you a woman and you just gotta get that rhyme, you've been shot by Cupid's arrow. That's where that comes from. It's not about love and will. No, it's about lust. Keep reading the article you got, brother. I'm ready for it. Let's hear this.
These naked men would be covered in oil first. The lower class wasn't allowed to do this. These were the highest ranking and most dignified men in the city. People like Mark Antony.
People like who?
Mark Antony.
Mark Antony. Wasn't Mark Antony like the head of Julius Caesar's army? Wasn't he the one that he sent to go meet Cleopatra? And then Cleopatra was she was an Edomite, but they claimed she was so beautiful. I saw like some renditions of her where she did not look that good. She didn't look good at all. She was horrible. She was hideous. But I guess the Edomites, you know what I'm saying, she fine. I don't know. But Mark Antony went over there and couldn't handle himself and ended up dealing with the woman. You understand? But that same Mark Antony, Julius Caesar's man, he would do what?
He would strip naked, oil up, and run down the street.
Nice. Read on.
Once they were good and oily, they'd run around hitting people with the shaggy thongs. In particular, they target women.
They do us a lot, brother. They target who?
In particular, they target women.
Read on.
Who would pretend to run from
them. Who would pretend to run from you? Put hard to get.
But secretly, the woman would try to get hit with the thongs. If you got hit with a thong, the Romans believed you would become more fertile.
More fertile. I get it now. You become more fertile. So they hitting them with the thongs. I can't believe I'm reading this. Like I said, so this is real history, man. This is real. Nobody wants to investigate and find out why they do the things they do. You know, I'm buying some woman some goddamn lingerie for Valentine's Day. She gonna give you your Valentine's gift is like a new iWatch or some AirPods or something that costs money. The Valentine's Day gift she gets you is the box. That's what she give you, and you happy with that? I'll take that. Yeah. Well, this is the history on it, man. It was hitting with the shaggy thongs. Goodness. Read on.
So women would bare their backs and offer up their hands.
Would bare their what?
Their back.
Bare their backs.
And offer up their hands in hopes that the naked, oily men would whip them.
This part is heavy. Salakia ain't see the thing with most high Christ in the UPK, we don't give a damn about birthdays. But Salakia ain't anybody born in February. You're not gonna like to hear this one. Read on.
Those thongs, by the way, were called February.
Called what?
February.
Called what?
February.
The thongs, the oily thongs. I'm not. Y'all rapping, bro. Y'all rapping. No sweat. Hold on, Salakia. Bear with me 1 second. Hold on, Salaki. Hold up. I'm trying to see something. Where is it? Something. No, that's not what I want. Where is it? Salaki, bear with me 1 second. I mean, this is the whole joint, but now I was trying to get that one part. Oh man, let me try this one. Whew. This is wild, right?
This is wild.
No sweat. I keep going up.
Those stones, by the way, were called February, and they were named before the month. That's right. The entire month of February is named after magical potency stones.
Nice. Read on.
Lupercalia also involved a feast. Although, when it came to food, it wasn't exactly the best holiday. Even Roman poetry calls the feast of Lupercalia scanty, and with good cause. The priest would put the entrails of the sacrificed goat on willow pits, cook them up, and feed them to a crowd of people. Splitting 2 goats between all the citizens of Rome probably didn't extend that far. But that wasn't all they got. Some Vestal virgins would also burn salt cakes, which seem to have been something like ancient pancakes. But that was the feast. A tiny bit of goat entrail on a stick and some burned cakes.
Oh man.
At this point.
And some burnt cakes.
Oh boy.
Read on, I don't sound, I mean, most out in Christ, I would be at the Passover April 9th, where we're not gonna have no burnt cakes, we're gonna have some unleavened bread. It's goddamn delicious. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have some of that, you know what I'm saying, some of that lamb. It's the most tawab, like, when I listen, my brother knows, man, I'm very particular when it comes to food. Like, I'm not, like, I like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll try other people's food or whatever, but, you know what I mean? Like, I'm particular. Every time I go to that goddamn Passover, that lamb and that unleavened bread is like a revelation. It's like, ooh, like if I say ooh wee, that's the first thing that my brother just said. When you say ooh wee, the first thing that comes to my head is lamb and, you know what I'm saying? It's like, lamb and unleavened bread. It's so raw. But these people were eating what?
Tiny bits of goat entrail on a stick and some burnt cakes.
Read on, brother.
That's the guts, man.
No sweat.
None of that might seem particularly appealing, which is probably why the Romans served one more dish: copious amounts of alcohol.
Oh, nice.
For the rest of the day, the people of Rome would be drunk out of their minds.
No sweat. Now, I wanted to jump over. It's not a different, it's a different article, but this is history.com. And sometimes I have to just pull out, go to different articles, right? So you can see that this is not something we make it up. This is history.com. This is the actual, you know what I'm saying? They presenting this as the actual history of Rome. So it says the Feast of Lupercalia. In ancient Rome, feasting began after the ritual sacrifice. When the Feast of Lupercalia was over, the Luperci cut strips. Luperci, that's the priest. Which proves what? If priests are involved or heading it up, then what is this? It's a what? It's a religious ordeal. So when someone, we're not celebrating, it's not religious, it's not other gods. Yeah, man. You are celebrating other gods. Let's get that scripture real fast. Let's get that one.
It's worse.
But we gonna read it. Give me Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before
Thou
me.
shalt do what?
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. This is a commandment. You can't do it. But when you celebrate another holiday, the word holiday is basically an English transliteration of what word? Holy day. And a holy day means really a set apart day of the Most High, but it came to mean a religious festival or some kind of religious gathering or tradition. So a holiday, by definition, is religious. It deals with other gods. It has to. We're reading about one right now. That's why it says the Luperci, so Lupercalia, and the Luperci, which were the priest. For you to be a priest, you have to be worshiping a god. And that's where this comes from. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
No sweat. Drop that. Oh, I got one more for you. So I fucking remember. I want the one about death. So where the one where it says if somebody tells you to worship another god, I mean that'd be really fun. It's no sweat. No sweat. Let me see if this one works. Give me Deuteronomy 6 and 14, another precept.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 14. Ye shall not go after other gods, of the gods of the people which are round about you.
What?
Of the people.
Of the what?
Of the people. Which are round about you.
Right. You're not supposed to go after the gods of the people who are around you because he's separating us. That's why we're called what people? If he separated us, we're holy people. We're not like those people who are round about us. Give me one more. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 13 and verse 6. This holiday is so disgusting, man.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13, verse 6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother.
This shows you how serious it was, what you doing, man. What we're really doing out here, we're celebrating these holidays and everything. You think it's a joke, man. You think it's funny, but we're not. It's for kids. Man, it's just a tradition. Okay, well, let's see how the Most High felt about your tradition. Read that.
If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods.
Let us go celebrate Valentine's Day.
Let us go and serve other gods.
Christmas.
Other gods.
Thanksgiving.
Other gods.
Mother's Day.
Other gods.
Read on.
Which thou hast not known, nor thy fathers. namely of the gods of the people who are round about you.
Namely of what?
The God nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. To him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou consider him. Verse 9. But thou shalt surely kill him.
Thou shalt do what?
Surely kill him.
Now, of course, we don't live by that no more because we're no longer under the law of sacrifice. That deals with sacrifice. We're not under that, so you wouldn't do that. That would be unlawful. That would be wrong of you to do that. But there was a time, right? There was a time where the law of sacrifice mandated that if you were getting your people, trying to suggest to your people to worship another God, to keep another custom that has nothing to do with the Most High, Yahweh, you were going to be killed. That's how serious that was. And now we just, you know what I'm saying, freely do it. Please.
You know, that's another thing. You know, it's proved that Islam is bullshit. But they don't follow Christ at all. I saw them the other day. They put this woman in the ground and they stoned her to death. Really? And it was horrible. They took the bed, they put in this, they dug this hole in the ground, they put it in there, and they just, you know, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They not
This is going after another God.
Yeah, but they're going after that's their God. Allah is their God. That's something that some Arab named Muhammad made up. You know what I'm saying? So they doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Me and you gotta talk. Man, you seen that documentary? You got Netflix?
Yeah.
They got that documentary out about Malcolm X's assassination. You should check it out. I know you probably know the cast they talking about in there. But I thought it was interesting because I never knew some. I mean, I knew some stuff, but watching it, it's like, man, Malcolm.
I'm watching.
Yeah, man. Like now, what I know, Malcolm was a sucker. Like, I mean, not get off topic, but you know what I'm saying, the brother understood there was some things he said and did. It was like, man, okay, he got a little understanding and he's white, he speaks well and everything. But what he did when he got out of the nation is like, we know the nation was on some nonsense, but he was snitching, like, yeah, bro, like going like just straight up going on the news. Like if we have the news in front of him, it's like, yeah, Elijah Muhammad is trying to kill me. What? Damn. You just gonna just tell like that? Like, brother.
He was telling all the intricate secrets.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they're doing criminal, well, from what I understand, when Malcolm first got with them, it was big, but it wasn't that big. It got bigger because of him.
Yeah, he increased.
He definitely increased the numbers to in the tens of thousands. Yeah. So if they was doing criminal activity, then you was there. You seen it. You probably was part of it.
The FOI training originated with Malcolm.
Right. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? And now as soon as you leave, they doing criminal activities. Good night. Crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But let's get back to this, man. We probably I wanted to get through the whole joint, but next week and get some more. You know what I'm saying? Because we're running out of time. But let's get a little bit more of that article. Let me see if there's one. Salakia. Read number 6, yeah.
Number 6? Hooking up of the swingers.
Wow. Let's see.
In some parts of Rome, they would take the whole fertility ritual a bit further. Eligible young women hoping to get pregnant would write their names on clay tablets and place the tablets in a jar. Then the men would draw a name at random. 2 completely random strangers would be hooked up and be together for the rest of the festival. Some of the details on this are a bit vague and inconsistent, but it seems like these two weren't just going on a blind date. The man was there to make the woman's dream of having a baby a reality. Exactly how long they stuck together seems to vary. Others those two would be sexual partners for the whole year, for the next year.
Wow. So they would get together that one night, right? Randomly, a name out of a goddamn jar. And now they're having sex with each other. Good night. Why again? Because this is all about fertility. This is all about fertility and purification and all of that and sex and disgustingness. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? That's where it comes from. Read on.
5. Lupercalia had his own songs too. The lyrics have been lost to time, but we have enough of a description to get a pretty good picture of them. For one thing, we don't
drop down Salaki, because I gotta get this. Drop down to 4.
4. The celebration of the horny god. Like any good festival, Lupercalia had its classic stories. One was the classic Lupercalia story of foulness, which Ovid called an old tale full of laughter.
Right. Ovid was a poet. Read on.
Foulness sees Hercules walking with his mistress and declares, "She will be my passion." This, however, is wrong. So that doesn't mean he's going to write her love notes and ask her on a date. Instead, he plans on waiting until she's asleep, sneaking into her house and going wild.
What is that talking about?
Rape.
It's talking about rape. It's talking about waiting until she's asleep and raping her. You understand? That's what. That's what it's talking about. It's talking about waiting until she's asleep and raping her. Because in Rome, illicit sex was fun and an occasion for joyous festivals. Read on.
Phanes sneaks into the girl's house unaware that she had covered up Hercules with her own clothes before she went to sleep. So Phanes just starts groping the mound that looks like her clothes. He feels something strange and recoils. As Ovid describes it, someone will draw back his foot on seeing a snake, which is more or less what Phanes realized he was grabbing. Hercules gets up, Phanes falls down, and everyone realizes that Phanes just tried to sexually assault Hercules' mistress. But nobody gets the slightest bit upset. Hercules laughed, Ovid tells us, as did all who saw him lying there, and the Lydian girl laughed too. According to Ovid, men ran naked on Lupercalia to honor Faunus' failed attempt to sexually assault.
To honor his failed attempt to sexually assault. So that's why they believe the men were running naked to pay homage to that. Because Faunus, you know what I'm saying, he didn't like clothes. His clothes, it confused him. Made him think that he was raping when he wasn't. So he wanted everybody to run around naked. So now he wouldn't know who he can get to. Read on.
So the god hates clothes that trick the eye, Ovid wrote, and calls the naked to his rights.
Good night. Salakia. Just go to 1, read that one, we gonna close it.
1?
Yeah, we'll jump down to 1.
Okay, the killing of people named Valentine. The last Lupercalia was held at the end of the 5th century. By then, Christianity had taken over Rome, and Lupercalia, what a coincidence, and Lupercalia was one of the few Roman holidays that was still being celebrated.
Even when Christianity had taken over, they were still celebrating Lupercalia, you know.
Pope Gelasius ended it, though, declaring that it was a pagan ritual full of blood sacrifice that glorified sex. Most of this ritual had been stopped anyway, although we don't know all the details of how it was celebrated in the 5th century. We do know that the Pope challenged the Romans who complained to actually do that running around naked part, and none were willing to do it. The Romans weren't too happy about losing a festival, though, so a new festival came into existence. St. Valentine's Day. Well, technically, the Pope replaced Lupercalia with slightly less popular Feast of Purification of the Blessed Virgin Mary. But eventually, it became Valentine's Day. The holiday got its name, St. Valentine's Day, because people named Valentine had a strange habit of dying on February 14th. Two separate Valentines had already died on that day, so they created St. Valentine's Day, a day to remember a saint who got beheaded. Over the next 1,500 years, some things changed. Instead of putting their names in jars, women got cards. Instead of hitting women with girdles, men gave them flowers.
Goodness.
But the holiday we celebrate today got to start here.
Right. And I'm going to jump back to this article and end it with the one I got, right? The water brother. So St. Valentine, there are several legends surrounding the life of St. Valentine. The most common is that on 1 February 14th, right, during the 3rd century AD, a man named Valentine was executed by the Roman Emperor Claudius II after being imprisoned for assisting persecuted Christians and secretly marrying Christian couples in love. As the story goes, during Valentine's imprisonment, he tried converting Claudius to Christianity. Claudius became enraged and ordered Valentine to reject his faith or be killed. He refused to forsake his faith, so Valentine was beheaded. That's what the brother just brought out. Legend also tells of another story that happened during Valentine's imprisonment. After he tortured a girl named Julia, the blind daughter of his jailer. The legend states God restored Julia's sight after she and Valentine prayed together. On the eve of his execution, Valentine supposedly penned a note to Julia and signed it, "From your Valentine." You get it? Because his name was Valentine. So it would be like saying, from your, some people get, if your name is from your James, from your Johnny, from your such and such, because I'm yours, and this is my name, so I'm your whatever my name is, right? His name was Valentine, so he said, from your Valentine, right? And that's what we do today, don't we? And we said, be my Valentine. I was you my Valentine, from your Valentine. I told you goddamn disgusting when I was a kid. They had us getting Valentine's the whole day. They said, oh, it's just, it's about this love. It's just, it doesn't have to, it's not about that. You know what I mean? It just means, you're good friends. Good friends? They didn't tell me nothing about the goddamn February, Salakia, the goddamn, the oily thongs, the shaggy thongs. They didn't tell me about those shaggy thongs, and the fertility, and beating women so they can have babies, and the illicit sex, and running the streets naked. They didn't tell me about that, and fathers trying to rape people. They didn't tell me none of that. And drunkenness. They didn't tell me about the goddamn heart booty. They didn't tell me about that. They said it's just friendship. Well, what I'm reading is all about what they call debauchery and sin and evil. You understand? Let me finish this. Salakia. From your Valentine. Some historians believe more than one man named Valentine was executed by Claudius II. Despite the ambiguity surrounding Valentine in his life, the Catholic Church declared him a saint. So they didn't even really know the accuracy of all these stories, but they called him a saint and listed him in Roman martyrology as being martyred on February 14th. Thanks to St. Valentine's reputation as a patron of lovers, he became synonymous with romance. In the late 5th century AD, Pope Gelasius I eliminated, like your brother read, the pagan celebration of Lupercalia and declared February 14th the day to celebrate the martyrdom of St. Valentine instead, although it's highly unlikely he intended the day to commemorate love and passion. In fact, some modern biblical scholars warn Christians not to celebrate Valentine's Day at all, since it's thought to be based on pagan rituals. It's true, Valentine's Day uses some of Lupercalia's symbols, intentionally or not, such as the color red, which represented a blood sacrifice during Lupercalia, and the color white, which signified the milk used to wipe the blood clean and represents new life and procreation. Well, that other article wasn't lying, because it said what? It said the boys would have what put on their head after they killed the goats? Blood and milk. So when you go to the florist on Friday, what kind of flowers they got? They got red roses and what else? Is it not lilies? It's I think white roses. They got lilies too. Right, but I know it's red and white. That I know. It's red and goddamn white. I know that box of chocolates is red with white lettering that says love on it.
And inside the boxes are like a little white covering.
Exactly. They even give you some white chocolate up in that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. It's that red and that white, which really comes from the blood and the milk. The blood sacrifice. And the hope of what? Fertility. It's about goddamn sex. Salakia. And it says it. Represents new life and procreation. Has anybody read anything in any of this history that has anything to do with like romance? And like, oh, well, I love you dearly, and you're anything about like somebody like they're so special in their mind and we connect and we have a good vibe, any of that? It's like you.
They sadomasochism.
Right, it's masochism. It's sadism. Sadomasochism, definitely. It's people slicing stuff in blood and milk and naked bodies and rape. Woo. Good night. Like many ancient traditions, there's a lot of haziness surrounding the origins and rituals of Lupercalia and how they influence Valentine's Day. Lupercalia is no longer a mainstream public celebration for obvious reasons, but some non-Christians still recognize the ancient event on February 14th instead of Valentine's Day and celebrate it in private. So that means that while Christians are celebrating their version, some non-Christians are celebrating the real Lupercalia, but it's all the same. And it all comes from the same place. And these traditions, you know what I'm saying? It's the same. It stems from the same. We're going to do more, man, because there's a lot more as we bring it up. Next week, I want to bring, even though Valentine's Day is this week, but I'm going to maybe just the first half, and just bring out more on that disgusting heart thing, right? Because there's more on that. That comes out more in the 1800s. And I got to bring out Cupid. I got to bring that out too. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do that next week. You know what I mean? So tune in. But we're going to close out the class now. You understand? Valentine's Day is disgusting. Don't buy any goddamn chocolates. Don't buy any goddamn roses. Don't do anything like that. Stay home. Eat peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? Just eat a nice meal, but don't celebrate fake holidays, man. Do some research. You know what I'm saying? Join the Isupk and learn the true origins of things so you're not out here looking crazy. You understand? With that, pass the class over to Police Officer Mayo.
Isupk security announcements. With the Isupk, start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohanan. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are to share themselves in the world.